What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling phenomenal today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the best, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the Ghetto Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals. Feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Venus Day. It's Friday. Hope we're living it up. Hope we're feeling, hope we maybe getting our money in order. Hopefully it's payday, Cancer. Got some resources. But also, Cancer, the moon is in Aries. And with the moon being in Aries, this is a great energy, Cancer. You might be feeling a little more confident, more ambitious. Aries is about getting stuff done. You know, they really have this, thank you. But yeah, they're very, very good about getting stuff done there, Cancer. And I feel like that this is a great energy if you've been wanting to maybe go for that promotion, or maybe even because Aries is a very passionate sign as well, Cancer. You might be feeling a little more passionate. Maybe you've been wanting to. Venus is going to be getting out of retrograde here soon. Maybe you want to go talk to that special someone, Cancer. But go work it out there, Cancer. But it's also really good. I really feel like too, for just like, again, like with it being such confident energy, really kind of just building yourself up, Cancer. Really kind of maybe shifting your attitude if we've been feeling kind of down as of late, or not been feeling as just not been feeling like as that, having that oomph, Cancer. But you do want to be mindful with Aries energies that they can be a little impulsive sometimes, maybe a little reckless. So we just want to be mindful of that as well. Something that just be mindful of that as well there, Cancer. I tell this Mercury retrograde is really playing a number on me sometimes. But also, Cancer, we're still got a little bit of that full super moon, Cancer, and I hope you really have been enjoying that energy, Cancer. Been feeling just rejuvenated and healed, because that is one aspect with the full moon. It really is a healing energy, But also, this is a great energy for celebrations, and really kind of even if things didn't quite work out how we had it planned out for this lunar cycle, the fact that you even tried, I feel like is worthy of celebration there, Cancer, because it shows that you can manifest. It's just now we gotta, maybe on this more, once we get into the more reflective end of this cycle, it's figuring out how we can kind of tweak this thing, and maybe if we need to carry it over into the next one, Cancer, so be it, But that's all part of the journey, and really great for just like psychic and inner development as well, Cancer. So work with this energy. And then last little bit here. These readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching their Cancer. One of them's in Aries. I really enjoy his readings. But let's get into your general energy of the day here, Cancer, because maybe some of us are getting ready to go on a trip here soon, because you got the 6th card of Aquarius, which is the airplane card. And with this card, this is a card of travel, long distance, speed, overcome, rise up, freedom, no boundaries, breaking free, in control, things work out, taking off, leave it behind, and internal guidance systems. And energy that's coming through here is kind of strongly here, Cancer, is to leave it behind. And I feel like for some, if we have something that maybe we've been kind of been holding on to, or something that's been kind of holding us back, like let's say if there was like I don't know, maybe this could be like a past argument that we had, or a situation that we can't, that may have kind of rubbed us the wrong way, or just anything. I feel like that we've just been kind of having trouble shaking off. It's very interesting, Cancer, because I feel like the trickiness with our sign, because we are, since we're associated with the fourth house, we have this tendency of being rooted in the past. And I almost feel like that it comes in like these, it comes in like random spurts. I feel like Cancer, it's like when we think we're over something, and I feel like sometimes we are for the most part, but it's just like like a situation can replay in our minds or something, and we can, I feel like with us being able to feel to the degree that we do, it's just like those old feelings. It's almost like we can relive a situation, over and over again. But I feel like it's interesting that like that's kind of Aquarius energy is more so kind of focused towards the future. And I feel that it's something that we want to pay attention to, how maybe some of these past things may have be affecting how we're working towards our future, because we might say that we're over something, but then it's just like if it keeps replaying, that there may be a reason for that, Cancer, maybe something deeper that's needed to be analyzed. And this might be where, because Aquarius energy, where, and air signs in general, it's not that they're not emotional, it's just that they approach emotions from a logical standpoint. And this might be something where we can learn from our opposite sign, and they're an earth sign, but Capricorn, where it's just like if we can find a way to just kind of analyze this feeling, like why are we feeling that? It's like, okay, we know what we're feeling, but it's just like, what is the source of that? Come at it from a different kind of standpoint, really have that head and heart connection there. And it can be tricky, Cancer, because I've even find myself sometimes, I'll be like randomly in the middle of cooking, and then just something will kind of pop up, and you're just kind of playing a scenario in your head, and it's just like, oh, all right, hold on, let's be present. Let's bring it back, because it is like you've gone through a full spiral there, Cancer. I don't know that you can relate to that, but Cancer, let's get some tarot on this and get some details. See, we might need to leave behind here. It kind of gives me like a Six of Cups in reverse vibes there. Oh, interesting. Oh, they're opposite sign. Oh, interesting, Cancer. Hold on, let's get some more here. And I love that. That even took a second. The lovely Empress popping up on Venus Day. I love when she does that. Let's get, girl. Let's see what's going on here, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Interesting. She's been popping up in reverse, but I guess because she's getting ready to get out of retrograde here soon. But you have the Empress in reverse here, Cancer. And then you have the Three of Wands, the Page of Stars, and then the Strength card in reverse here. And just by the way, Cancer, the stars in this deck are Pentacles, and then the moons are Cups. And I feel like for some, that there's this energy of, just if there's something that has been kind of holding you back, or there's something that you've been kind of reflecting on, this might be maybe like us, because Venus can deal with relationships and things, and she's in, that's funny, because the Strength card is Leo energy, and she's in Leo right now. Maybe some of us are reflecting about some relationships that may have happened, maybe something kind of blew up in a big way, because I feel like when Venus first entered into Leo, things were getting kind of hot there for a second. I kind of noticed amongst the soul tribe there, and even like people that I were just kind of talking with, but I feel like that maybe if that's something that's the case, maybe we're playing like a situation where it's like, man, if only I had said this differently, if I had said that differently. But I feel like the Page of Stars is like finding a way to, how do we move on from this or from this situation possibly, and get, and I feel like sometimes it can be like, I'm almost kind of getting with this Three of Wands here. This is something that's been kind of dragging our energy, maybe for some for a long time here, just like how it's like, I don't know, it's like we've just been, yeah, it's like it's something that's been just kind of, we've been kind of dragging on for a while here, and it's really kind of taken away from our energy in the sense. It's kind of thrown our stuff out of whack. It's like, I feel like it's almost like we've kind of maybe become fixated on it even there, Cancer, but let me get a little bit more with this Strength card here, because that's interesting, because I feel like it's, because the Strength card can deal with our confidence and things along those lines, but, and it may be something where it's like this, the energies are kind of asking us to really kind of face this energy, whatever this is that we're holding on to. It could be something where it's like we're needing to face this thing, and it might be a long road to deal with that, Cancer, and however long that be. I'm not saying it's going to take like years maybe, but it could be something where it might be it's been going on longer than we thought, and it's just like the reason it keeps popping up is because we're needing to face this thing in order to have that kind of confidence. But let me do a little bit more with the strength card. Let's see what's going on here, Cancer. Oh, interesting little Aries energy here, Cancer. So you have the Seven of Swords and then the Queen of Wands in, upright. And again, I feel like there's a need to, I don't know, with the Queen of Wands here, it's like maybe for some there's a need to, it feels like there's a need to have this confidence, this energy, this determination, like to take on something. Like, I don't know, it's like with the Seven of Swords, I feel like this energy that's coming through, it's like, because the Seven of Swords is more than just a card of lying, cheating, and stealing and things like that. I feel like it can be an energy of like doing things from a different approach. And like the traditional Seven of Swords, there's this figure that's like he's stealing swords away from the army so that, you know, we can try so that they can try things a different way. But I feel like that maybe for some it's like we've been trying to rush some things along here, but we're not really reflecting on the cause. You know, we're just saying that we're over it or something, but there's this balance, there's something here that's not, that's still needing some, that's needing your attention, that's needing some care here. I feel like with the Empress, it's like we haven't given ourselves that, I don't know, that time to heal. And you know, and that can kind of get into like where the Seven of Swords is, because that is one of Aquarius's cards. Which one is that one? I want to say that's the Moon in Aquarius, but I feel that, and that's an interesting too, because I feel like maybe for some it's like, well, now that I said that, it's like the Moon in Aquarius is interesting energy for the Moon to be, because it's like, it's not that the Moon isn't, the Moon is more detached than normal, and I feel like we might be telling ourselves something, that like a lie or something, that we're over this thing. But again, if it keeps playing it over in your head, then because I'm getting for some, it's like maybe this is like a conversation that might need to be had, or just like, or like maybe this could even be, whether this be with like a relationship, or maybe this could be familial, maybe this could be with like work or something along those lines. Just a situation didn't transpire how we thought, and right, Cancer, but yeah, something to think about. Because I even feel like maybe for some, with the Queen of Wands being here, it's like the energies are asking you to, because maybe we're even telling ourselves with the Seven of Swords, because it's interesting that it's like I'm reading it like it's like, even though they're upright, it's just like it's like we may not believe that we're strong enough to handle this thing, but I feel like that you're stronger than you know there, Cancer. But let's get some more tarot on this. Thank you. Interesting, Cancer. All right, I love how this full, you really are syncing up with the energies in a cool way, Cancer, because you have the full moon in reverse here, Cancer, and then you have, oh, and the Three of Swords in reverse, and then you have the Three of Stars, the Seven of Stars, and then the Eight of Stars upright, Cancer. And I almost feel like with this energy, it's just like with the Eight of Stars being here, it's like I almost feel like that something has just been on repeat. Maybe it's just like if you notice something that, noticing that it'd be like feelings that may be kind of coming up, Cancer, that have been, I don't know. It's just like, I almost feel like with the Seven of Stars here, it's just like it's asking yourself to kind of invest in this situation a little bit more. As far as like maybe with the, it's like the Seven of Stars and the Three of Stars. It's like there's a need to kind of put a little more work into figuring out why it is that we may be having trouble like potentially healing from this situation, or why this thing may be on our minds lately. It's like we told ourselves that we're healed, but I still feel like with the full moon here, you know, because the full moon can also be like, it can be an energy of celebration, or it could be an energy of like regrets. You know, it's just like, and you know, it's like it's kind of, it can deal with like a karmic cycle as well. Like I'm not, it's, but I feel like that there's a need to kind of see the, like there's a fuller picture that is needing to be seen with the full moon being here. It's just like that. I don't know. It's like we're forcing ourselves to kind of feel or say that we've gotten over something, or that we don't care about a situation. And let me get a little bit more on this full moon, Cancer. Hmm. Thank you. Interesting, Cancer. All right, so the full moon is clarified by, oh, and the full moon, Cancer, is one of the special major arcana cards in this deck. But the full moon is clarified by the Death card, and the King of Swords upright, and then you have the Ten of Wands in reverse. And I do feel like, Cancer, that there is something here where if this thing keeps popping up for you, Cancer, I feel like there's a need, there's something here that's needing to, there's something deeper here I feel like that's needing to be discovered. Because Scorpio energy, the Death card, Scorpio energy really brings things to light. They really force this transformation on us. And then with the Ten of Wands, there's like a need to kind of like, it's like there's this thing that's been weighing on your mind. I feel like that, because it might even be just as simple as just like acknowledging that there is, like the first step is just like acknowledging that there is this burden, you know, that there's like, because it's just like I feel like maybe it's something where it comes to our head, and then we just again just kind of shake it off and not really think about this thing. But it even feels like with the King of Swords here, because the King of Swords can be kind of cold. This is air energy, here's Gemini energy. But I feel like that the King of Swords, or with the King of Swords being here, it's just like we're choosing to, I don't know. It's like there's an acknowledgement that's needing to be happening here, because it's like maybe again it's like we're being cold about this, where it's like, you know, for example, this like relationship is just like, well, I don't care about that, you know, well, whatever. But really deep down, it's just like there's it still maybe, it's still, if it's still on your head, I feel like there's, and I hope this makes sense, Cancer. But I feel like that there's still something here that's needing to be learned, or that there's still, because I feel like when we're truly over something, it moves on, Cancer. But, and I'm not sure if this is how old this might, or you know, or what this thing may be, but be careful of that stuff becoming a weight, Cancer. You know, like it's, and again, like it's, because it can, have, you know, I'm just even thinking it can affect your abundance, you know, as far as like with the Empress, because sometimes it's just like our energies are being pulled elsewhere, you know, where it's like it's kind of hard to focus on manifesting things when we have like past stuff or whatever it is that we're still kind of clinging on to. So, and I feel like that when we kind of even just like acknowledging that, Cancer, I feel like can really kind of take a weight, where it's just like we may not know how to change this thing yet, but at least just acknowledging that something does need to maybe be dealt with, or something that maybe something deeper with that, and just like taking the time as it makes sense, Cancer. We don't want to force these things, but we also don't want to sit there and ignore that stuff, because it's like, again, we're with us being rooted in the past, Cancer, that can be I feel like that's can be kind of annoying after a while, just keep having that loop play. But all right, Cancer, speaking of change here, let's because the Mars is the tower, let's get a little advice from Mars. Oh, and look at that, Cancer, got Aquarius energy here. Oh, and you got one of Aries' hottest cards, man. Alright, Cancer, last little bit here. So you have the Star card in reverse here, and then you have the Two of Wands, and then the Page of Wands upright here, Cancer. And let's switch back over. Because I feel like with this energy, the Star card can be a card of healing. And also the Star card can be like a card of a wish, Cancer. That's one thing with the 11th house, is about what we wish for the future. And I feel that there is this energy that it's like, maybe for some it's like we have noticed that, and it's just like, man, I wish I'd stop thinking about that, or I wish like this thing would stop pinging in our head. But I feel like, again, that might be higher self kind of reaching out for you to take action, Cancer. It's like we can either choose to ignore this whatever this may be, and I mean, there's nothing, because you're in a safe space, Cancer, and that's whatever we choose to do with our energies, we're going to do. But I feel like that there is, whatever this thing is, if we're, I might need to get a little bit more with this Page of Wands here, but because this, even just kind of thinking, maybe this could be something where this thing, since you got the Page of Stars and the Page of Wands, it's just like, maybe this could be something from, because it could be youth. The pages are kind of youthful energy, so maybe this is something from a childhood thing, or maybe from sometime in our youth. This could be like a, or maybe even two, Cancer. I even kind of am getting, for some, it's just like maybe we had to leave, I don't know, like maybe even leave someone behind, maybe even. Let me get a little bit more on this Page of Wands here, Cancer. And there's wifey for King of Swords. Right, let me see what's going on here. Alright, so the Page of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Swords upright here. And again, the Queen of Swords can be like a card of, just really kind of, thinking a lot. This is Libra energy. And I feel like there is something, like, for some, there's this energy of, I don't know, I guess it's like, it feels like that we're ignoring the message of what is the reason for these thoughts that are coming through here, Cancer. They seem really kind of important, whatever these thoughts might be. But I feel like that it's maybe something, for some, it may be getting to this point where it is hindering your journey. And it's getting to this place of where it's just like, I'm almost kind of getting like, not like an aggressive, like Nine of Swords type of energy, but like kind of just something like, maybe it's like a light anxiety, and it doesn't feel like it's like all the time, but it may be every just sort of now and again. But I feel like it's like one of those that is consistent enough that it's warranting at least some attention, Cancer. So yeah, something to think about there, Cancer. But I'm even kind of getting to like, and this doesn't, again, take this as it resonates, but the King and Queen of Swords, they're an interesting couple. They're very kind of like they're very intellectual in how they go about things, and there's these feelings that aren't, that they, it just it's there's a there can be this coldness that can come from them. And I feel like almost for some, it's just like maybe it's like leaving behind. I'm getting even like a maybe like some parental things or something along those lines where it's like it's almost like we want to return to almost like this sort of like youthful, sort of excited type of energies. But I feel like that maybe for some it's just like there's this coldness or something that was put into us, almost like a interesting, almost like an innocence loss or something along those lines, or just like where just like we had to be kind of grown up really early. I'm not. Again, take that as it resonates, Cancer. I feel like, of course, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but I think I'm going to leave that there, Cancer. So just, yeah, something. So it's apparently a lot to think about if you haven't been just all up in your head, Cancer. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. It's interesting. And share this, Cancer. You know someone maybe who's been kind of, I don't know, see me maybe like a little distracted, or I don't know, just like you find them kind of, I don't know, like I don't know, it's like necessarily talking about the same thing, or I'm not, just share this, Cancer. You know someone who might resonate with this, and if you haven't already, Empress, subscribe, hit that bell button, you know, for all these videos each day. And then last little bit, Cancer, check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Mars. You just check your chart, Cancer. You know how I feel about that. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do videos. I do weekly videos, monthly ones, yearly ones. It's a good old time, Cancer. I'm actually getting ready to. I just got an Oracle deck the other day, and I'm thinking about to switch up an Oracle deck for that channel here soon. So that's exciting, Cancer. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. So you got the Queen of Stars here in reverse. And I feel like the Queen of Stars being here, I almost feel like for some, it's just like it almost feels like that we're like I almost feel like it's like we're not sure what to do to get over this thing, like what is it that we like, what work that may need to be done, what healing that needs to be done. And again, I don't feel like this is something that you can rush, Cancer, but I do feel like that it's just like if it's maybe this is something we journal about, maybe, or maybe it's something that you maybe need to have like a discussion with, just thinking with the King and Queen of Swords. Maybe someone who's maybe a little more, who can kind of see it from an outside perspective and give you that sort of detached, kind of more analytical type of observation, Cancer. Maybe because maybe the reason we can't see how we can get over it is because there's still that strong emotional attachment to it, possibly. That might be something to think about there, Cancer. But let me get your Oracle card here so I can get you out of here. Thank you. Let's see what Cancer. Oh, wow, Cancer. I like that. So you got the 13th card here, which is the Motherwort card. I was actually just talking about someone with Motherwort, but it's the Strength card, Cancer, and this is ruled by Venus. So, Cancer, I feel that there is this thing where you see how this heart here in the center, see, there's something here. I feel like that I don't know, that's needing some nurturing energy, and this could be maybe for some, maybe this is like just when I was talking about the because I feel like sometimes, and this is an interesting theory that someone came up with, and I'm not quite sure. I'd have to do a little more kind of research with that, but I found the thought fascinating, because they were talking about as far as like with cancers, where we're just natural nurturers. I feel like we know how to I feel like cancers know how to take care of themselves, and because we're a parent sign, being the mothers of the zodiac, and maybe this is something whereas with if it's not a mother, maybe it's just like a mother figure, maybe, or something. I mean, like it's like a strong, Empress being here, Motherwort, this like. And even got three of the wands here, or three of the wands, three of the queens. The Queen of Stars, wands, and swords. The only thing we're missing is Cancer, and the Queen of Moons. But I feel like for some there's this energy of like needing this. There's a strength that's needed for some to maybe deal with this thing, and maybe there's this energy of this confidence that it's just like that. Maybe again, it's like we feel like we can't handle this or that we can't take this, Cancer. But I mean, come on, double strength card here. That's you absolutely can tackle this thing, Cancer. It's just like figuring out how it's one. I feel like how it's affecting your flow, and then it's just like then it's like, yeah, Cancer. Yeah, a lot of kind of healing energy. I feel like kind of coming through here too with that mother word. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. But something to think about on a Venus day. But because I don't know if I mentioned this is ruled by Venus, so it's very interesting. A lot of. All right, Cancer, but you stay safe out there. With whatever this is that you might be dealing, what we might need to leave it behind. Maybe this is something too, Cancer. If we can't resolve this thing, is figuring out how we can maybe let this go, or maybe we need to do some sort of like maybe some sort of ritual or something. Maybe like write a note or something, or just like write about whatever, and maybe burning it or setting it free or whatever that's looking like, Cancer. You keep eyes, maybe too, Cancer. Something might help. Maybe keep eyes on the moon. Reflect under the full moon. Maybe express your concerns to Luna. And see how that makes you feel, Cancer. Maybe that can be maybe a little cathartic experience there. I like that, Cancer. And I will catch you on the next one, Monday.